it's a mass per unit volume, or a mass of a unit volume. And the definition of the density is very important. So from the definition, we can get the rule of the density. How can we calculate the density of any substance? Even if you know the mass and the volume of this substance, you can calculate its density. So the density, the rule here comes from the definition. Definition is mass per unit volume. Mass divide volume. So what is the unit of the mass? We can measure the mass by gram. And what is the unit of the volume? We can measure the volume by cubic centimeter. So the measuring unit of density is gram per cubic centimeter. And the unit is very important. You have to write the unit during solving the problems. Okay? So you have here triangle, mass, density, volume. If you want to measure the density of any substance, you have to hide it, to hide the density. So here, density equal mass over volume. So if you want to calculate the volume, you have to hide it. So volume equals mass divide density. But if you want to calculate the mass of the substance, you have to hide the mass. So the mass equal density times volume. What's meant by the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. How can we how can we answer this question? Density of water 1 gram per cubic centimeter. That means the mass of 1 cubic centimeter of water equals 1 gram. As we said that the density equal mass divide volume. So the mass here equals 1 gram and the volume equals 1 cubic centimeter. So when you divide by 1, the result equals 1. So the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. And by the way, each substance has its own density. Each substance has its own density. That means the density of the water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. Doesn't it change? Of course, yes. Okay, when does it change? It changes when the water becomes impure, or there are some impurities in the water. In this case, the density of the water changes. But in general, each substance has its own density.
شوف الحلقة كاملة من خلال تطبيق مدرستنا بلس. مدرستنا مستقبل يبدأ الآن.